Good morning everyone, this is BremSter, and today I am coming to you with a puzzle called Extremely Pointed by FullDeck and Missing a Few Cards. Yeah, there's going to be a bit coming from FullDeck and Missing a Few Cards in the coming days because tomorrow I start a new Sudoku U series, so more puzzles from their students, so including a couple of requests, so or at least a request. So that will be a thing. I'm actually time pressured at the moment. This week has kind of fallen apart for me, so I'm using those as I need to record a lot of puzzles in one day. So this is my fourth puzzle I've recorded today, and I will be having to record at least four more. So let's see how I go. But first we need to look at Extremely Pointed by FullDeck and Missing a Few Cards. So one of the things that is happening on the channel at the moment is over in my community section, there is the voting for the best of 2023. Now this is just a bit of fun. I'm not trying to say other solvers were bad or anything, but every couple of days there'll be a new nomination post where people could just vote for, out of the three puzzles each in the first rounds, it's three puzzles, and vote for which of those puzzles you thought was better. We're just trying to narrow it down to figure out which puzzles we should recommend. I think all of the nominations were stunning puzzles. I think there were quite a lot of puzzles that weren't nominated that were absolutely stunning. If we're going to point people at puzzles, other channels do books and everything. I don't want to charge people to find amazing puzzles. What I want to do is have the community select some absolutely stunning puzzles, and then I want to be able to throw those together into a way that people can find them. So at the end, I'm going to do a video where people can find all of the puzzles that were nominated and everything, and we'll just go from there. So anyway, let's look at Extremely Pointed by FullDeck and Missing a Few Cards. So normal Sudoku rules apply. So every box in every row and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Digits placed on an arrow must sum to the digit placed in that arrow's circle. So the sum of those two digits will get placed there. The sum of those three digits will get placed there. The sum of that digit will get placed there. So those are going to be the same here. So we'll see how that goes. Digits placed in blue cells with arrows pointing in must be smaller than all orthogonally adjacent cells. So this digit is going to be smaller than all of those. And digits placed in yellow cells with arrows pointing out must be larger than all orthogonally adjacent cells. So this cell is going to be larger than all of those. And the same with that and that. They're the rules. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. And this one immediately screamed at me, but I think this one is actually going to be more powerful, because that is larger than all of those. So it's at least a 4. But if this was a 4, that would be a 5, and this arrow would be broken. So if this is 4, these would have to be 1, 2, and 3, because it would be larger than 3 cells. So these would be 1, 2, 3, so that could be a 4. But then the minimum this could be is a 5. This would be a 5, this would be a 4, this would be 9, and these would have to be 0. So that can't even be 4. So this is at least a 5, which would allow these to be 2, 3, 4, and 1. But if this is at least a 5, plus 1, 2, 5 and 1, 2... Well, this has to be a 5 now, because if this is at least a 5, if this was 1, 2, the smallest they could be, and this is 1, these would be 6, these would be 3, and that's a 9. So these are forced to be absolutely that. And these are a 1, 2 pair, and this 1 tells me that that's the 2, that's the 1. These now have to be smaller than 5 and cannot be 1, so those are 2, 3, 4. That's really cool. That is not a 2. That's absolutely forced and a beautiful opening. Now it tells me that 1 is down there. This has to be lower than that, so that's not the 1. Okay, now, which one is restricted now? Well, this can't be a 9 anymore. So this one is probably under a lot of pressure, because this is at least a 4, with these being 1, 2, 3. And if these are, this is 4 with these being 1, 2, 3. This could be 4, 1, 1, and that could be as low as 6. Actually, that works. Because this could be 1 and these could be 2, 3. But this surely, actually, that could go as high as 6. So this is 4, 5, or 6. It can't be 7, because if it was 7, these would both be 1, and that would have to be a 9. So this is 4, 5, or 6. So these are all from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no 1 there, and there's no 2 there. This can't be a 5, because 5 plus 4 would already be 9. I don't think it can even be 4, because 4 would put 5 there, because this has to be larger. If this is a 4, this would be a 5 or a 6, and I've already blown the total. If this is 3, this could be 4. So 3, 4, or even 3, 5 with a 1 there. But this could be as low as 1, 4, which would allow that to be as high as 4. So this is from 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think that's not the right place to look. But it kind of has to be, doesn't it? Well, what's the minimum? This is 6, 7, or 8. We know 9 is up here. So we know 9 is in one of those two. But this is larger than this. So that's not the 9. This is the 9. So this is lower than this. This is 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3, or 4, and I've got a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 is in one of those two. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple. So I know what these 3 digits are: 6, 7, and 8. Interesting. This is a way less powerful cell. I mean, this is a minimum of 2, so this is a minimum of 3. Wait, with that cell, there's a lot going on here, I think. Because this can't... Whoa, 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 whoa. This can't be a 4. This has to be a 2 or a 3, I think. Because if this is a 4, this would have to be a 5, and I've blown the total. If this is a 3, this can't be a 5. Because if this is 3, this would have to be a 4. And then these... No, actually, if this is a 3, this can't be a 3. If this is a 3, the smallest this could be is a 4. This can't be... Remember, this can't be a 1. So it's a 2 or a 3. If it's a 3, the smallest this could be is a 4, which is already 7. The maximum this could be is 9. Those would both have to be 1, and that's not possible. They're in the same column. So this can't even be a 3. This is a 2, which means this isn't a 2. The 3, 4 pair makes that the 2, taking 2 out of both of those. But now, what could this be? The minimum this could be is 1 and 3, because there's a 2 here now. 1 and 3 is 4, plus 2 is 6. So this has a maximum of 3. If this is a 4, this would be 6. These would have to sum to 3, and they can't because of... So this has to be the 3, because it has to be larger than 2. So this is 2, 3. This is the 4. This is the 3. 3 comes out of those. Those become 1, 4. Now, if this is 4, these have to sum to 5, which they still could with 4, 1. Except if this is 4, this is 1, and this can't sum to 5 anymore. Because if this is 4, this is 1, this becomes 3. And this has to be larger than 3, and I've already got 7, and 4, 3, 4 is 11, and that breaks that. This can't be the 4. This is the 1, this is the 4. There's no 4 here. This is now a minimum of 6 here, so this isn't 6. If this is a 3, 3 plus 5 is already 8, and I can't hit 9. This is a 1. because 3 here I'd hit 3 plus 5 is already 8. I can't put a 9 there plus 1. I blow the total. So this is a 1. That's beautiful. And it's either 1 1 with 5 for 7 or 1 1 with 6 for 8. Now these are 5. These are a minimum of 4. So they have to be 1 and 3. That can't be a 1 because 5 plus 4 is 9. That's a 9. These are 1 and 3, but I can't put 1 there. So that's the 3, that's the 1. This is just done now because I can't put anything lower than 2 in any of those. So this is done, this is done. This is almost done. Oh, wow. Now I need to put a 2 or a 3 on this, because if I don't, it's 5, 6. So there's a 2 or a 3 on this, possibly both. Huh. So what is this? It's got to be, it's at least 4 because it's got to be larger than all of those. I know 1 is in one of those, but it can't be here because this is at least 4. So 1 is in one of those. So great. Now, this is at least 4. It can't be 7 because I can't make both of those ones. So it's 4, 5, or 6. If it's 4, this is 3 and these are 1, 2. 4, 3 would mean this would have to be 1. Because if this is 4, this becomes 3 because it can't be 1 or 2. That's 7. This becomes 1 and this becomes 8. If this is 5, I think I get more freedom. Well, hang on. 5 and 3, this has to be, because the minimum here is 3. The minimum here is 3. So the minimum here is 7. And that can't be a 2. So the minimum here is 7. If the minimum here is 7, because this can't be 1 or 2, that can't be higher than 3. Because if this is a 6, 3, that has to be 0. This can't be a 6 anymore. So this is 5. I can't make 5, 4 here. This has to be 3. Because if I put a 4, anything as high as a 4 here, 4, 4 would need... 4, 4 doesn't work. 4 here means this is a 5 and this has to be a 0. 3 here... Yeah, 4 here needs a 5 here and this has to be a 0. So this has to be a 3 because this has to be higher than this. So this has to be a 3. Now 3, 4, it'd be 7. This can't be a 2. So the minimum here is 7 and this can't... This is an 8 or a 9, but this must be a 1 either way. Because even if this is 7, its minimum, I can't make that a 2. So I can't do 7, 2 to get to 9. So this is either 8 plus 1 to 9 or 7 plus 1 to 8. But that's a 1 either way, which means that's not the 1, that's the 1. This is now 2 or 4. 3 is in one of those two. Now, am I looking at naked singles here? Because it can't be 1, 2, 3. Could be 4. Could be 5. Could be 6. Could be 7. Could be 8. Ugh, no. Okay, that's not what I'm looking at. Okay. If this is 4, 5, this is 8. Oh, this is just a 1 by Sudoku. And this is just a 1 by Sudoku. Okay. 3 is in one of those two. Okay, there's a 2 or a 3 on that arrow, or potentially both. Can I look at this quadruple? This is 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no 3 there. There's no 4 in either of those. 4 is in one of those two. This is 4, this is 2, this is 8. So that digit is in one of those 3. That digit seems less. I mean, it's from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's got to be the arrows in box 2, box 3 or box 7. Now, I know there's a 2 or a 3 on this arrow. How does that line up with box 1? There is a 6 in here. This can't be 2 and 3. Because if this is, no, it could be. If this is 2, 3, this becomes 5, this becomes 2, 3, this becomes 4, 5, and that's all fine. What am I missing? What is it I haven't seen? This is a 9 by Sudoku. This is lower than this. And it's not 1, 2, 3, so it's 4. This has to be lower than this, and it can't be 1, 2, or 3. That's what I was missing. So this is 5. So this is 8 plus 1. This is 9, which means this is 9. That means that is 2 or 4. That means 9 is in one of those 3. If 9 is there, it's there. If 9 is there, it's in one of those 2. Hang on, 9 can't be there. If 9 is there, it's there, but that conflicts there. 9 is in one of those 2, which puts 9 in one of those 2. This is not a 9, by the way. So this now has a maximum. Well, 3 is in one of those 2. Still not fully grokking this. But this is now way more restricted. It can't be 1, 2, 3, 4. It could be 5, 6, 7, or 8, I think. Can I get this? I can see 4 is in one of those 2. So this is a maximum of 8, as is the one at the top. If this is 3, what could this be? Actually, there's lots of options. It could be 3, 2, 5. It can't be 3, 3, 6. It could be 3. It can't be 3, 4, 7. It could be 3, 5, 8. So this would be 3, 2 or 3, 5. If this is a 3. If it's not a 3, it'd be 2, 5, 7. So this is 7 or 8. Because I couldn't do 2, 1. I couldn't do 2, 2. I couldn't do 2, 3 because I put the 3 here. Couldn't do 2, 4. I could do 2, 5. I could do 2, 6. I couldn't do 2, 7. Or because I can't do 9. So this is 7 or 8. So this is either 3, 5, because I can't, or 3, 2, or if it's 2, it's either 2, 3 with, oh no, it could be 5. It's either 3, 2, 5 or 3, 5, 8. Or if it's 2, it's 2, 3 in that order. Or 2, 5 in either order. Or 2, 6. Oh, ugh. Actually, that can't be 5. Oh, this 5 is looking up, making that the 2. So there's no 2 in any of those. So let's look at this again. There must be a 2 or a 3 on the arrow, and it must be there. Because if there's no 2 or 3 on the arrow, then the arrow becomes 5, 6, and that doesn't work. This is a 2 or a 3. So this can no longer be 5 because I can't put 2 or 3 here. Aha. So 5 can't be in those or there. 5 is in one of those two. But if this is 2, okay, I'm not doing great at this, but I'm getting there. 2 can't go with 3. 2 can't go with 4. 2 can't go with 5. 2, 6, 8. 2, 7 doesn't work. So it's 2, 6, 8. Or if it's 3, I can't go 3, 2. 3, 3 doesn't work. 3, 4 doesn't work. 3, 5 doesn't work. 3, 6 doesn't work. I can't do 3 with anything. 3, 1 doesn't work. 3, 2 doesn't work. 3, 3 doesn't work. 3, 4 doesn't work. 3, 5 doesn't work. And 3, 6 requires a 9. This is 2. This is 3. 2 can't go with 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So 2, and if I do 7, I need a 9. This is 2, 6, 8. This is the 5. This is the 7. There you go. That 8 looks up, taking 8 out of there. There's no 7 or 6 there. That's the 8. The 2 looks up, making that the 4. The 5 takes 5 out of both of those. That's really clever. It's a little tricky to spot, but it's clever. This is now the 9. This is a quadruple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now this can't be the 2. This can't be the 2. There's no 8 in either of those. So 8 is in one of those two. 8 would put 8 there and in one of those two. That's okay. The 4, 5 looks up, making that the 3. This is the 5. This is the 4. This is a 6, 7. Oh, this isn't the 2. This is 6, 7, 8. This is a 6, 7, 8 triple. That's the 2, which takes 2 out of those. Now, this still could be 3, 4 with 5. Or 3, 5 with 6. which would make that 7, 8, which would make that 7, 8, which would make that 6, which all seems good. This is a triple. 2, 4, 6. There's no 2 there. There's no 4 there. It's got to be the arrow at the top, doesn't it? These are 3, 6, 7, 8. Now, this can't be 3 because there's no way this can be 1, 2. Now, if this is 6, this would have to be 1, 5 or 2, 4, neither of which are possible. So this is a 7, 8 pair, and I can take 7, 8 out of those. Great. Now, how do I do 7? 7 would have to be 2, 5. Actually, there's no 3 on this arrow anymore. There is absolutely a 2 on this arrow. So it's either 2, 5 or 2, 6. And it's not 2, 6 because this is 3, 6. This is 2, 5. This is 7. This is 8. So 8 is 1 plus 1 plus 6, which doesn't limit this at all, but it does make this 3 and this 6. That makes this 2, which takes 2 out of here. This is a 4, 6 pair, but the 6 is looking down, making this the 4 and this the 6, taking 6 out of both of those. The 4 looks up, taking 4 out of there. This isn't 4. This is nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is an 8. So I know what this triple is, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. There's no 9 there. There's no 6 there. There's no 6 in either of those now that I've got that 6. So this is a 7, 8 pair. So this is a 7, 8 pair, which makes that the 6, that the 7, that the 6. This is 3, 4, or 5. So it's 4 or 5 because it sees that 3. Oh, this 8 looks down, making that 7, which makes that 7, which makes that 9, and this is a 6, 7 pair. The 2 in column 8 means that that's the 5 and that's the 2. This is now a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I know the order because of the 7s. That's an 8, that's a 7. This is a triple in box 9. 3, 5, 6. There's a 3 and a 6 already in row 9. And there's already a 6 in column 7. 3 and 6. This is now a naked single. 5. These are 4 and 8. And there's already a 4 in column 5. 8 and 4. This has to be 6, 7, or 8, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 6, 7, or 8, and it's not a 7. Actually, I'll look at the triple in row 6. 2, 6, 8. And there's a 6, 8 already in column 9. That's the 2. That gives me a 6, 8 pair, which means that's the 7, that's the 7, that's the 8. The 7 looks up, making that the 6 and that the 7. 6 looks down, making that the 8 and that the 6. This is 4, 5, 9. 4, 5, 9. There's no 4 or 5. That's the 9. This is a 4, 5 pair. This 3 has been looking up for ages, making that the 5, that the 3, which makes that the 4, that the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, and 8, and there's already an 8 in column 9. That's the 4, that's the 8. 26 minutes and 16 seconds to solve extremely pointed. I'm almost certain I missed some stuff there. But the interaction of those arrows, this stuff was just cool. Just really forcing and then giving you some really nice Sudoku at the end. I was a bit worried there that this was going to fall back into one of those, why is the Sudoku at the end so tricky? But it worked out okay. I mean, I love FullDeck and Missing a Few Cards. They are two of my best friends in the world at the moment. And but if they make a bad puzzle, and they've made some bad puzzles, I will tell them so. I just hope they don't make it as far as the channel. They've made some puzzles I would not feature. I've made some puzzles I would not feature. I've made some terrible puzzles that I shared with my patrons and had to apologize. Thank you everyone for watching. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I'm hoping I don't grow out of love with the puzzles I have to solve today, because unfortunately just circumstances mean I just have to record a lot today so I can bank them up. It's just the way it is. Thank you everyone for watching, and as always, good luck with your solving.